Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I've got some great news. It's time for Saturday morning React-Toons. And this time we'll be watching Mobile Suit Gundam Season 1, Episode 3, Vote to Attack. I've been enjoying the absolute heck out of this series so far, my friends. In fact, I have very few things to compare it to, but I definitely feel some Robotech might have been inspired by a few of the things, that happened here in this one. I'm really enjoying the similarities, but Gundam is separate unto itself, and I've been enjoying a lot the character development, the interpersonal stuff, but the story is really solid, a great setup. I can't wait to see more, so wait no longer, we shall. If you could do me a quick favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time it's time for some Saturday morning React-Toons. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear, dear friends, all that is then and this is now, and now it's time once again to jump in a couple mecha as we watch Mobile Suit Gundam Season 1, Episode 3, Vote to Attack. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go! Nice. I was telling Patreon, luckily so many people have, in a non-spoilery fashion, reached out and given me the names of all the people I've met so far so I can kind of get them right in my head. I haven't had a chance to pull that list and have it readily available for me. So this one I'll probably screw up a little bit, but I hope to be able to get more solid as we get deeper into this. Much like I did with some of our other series, Robotech specifically, with the different changes, to make sure that I get them right. If I get them wrong once, they'll be wrong the entire time. And we're in the credits too, that's why I'm talking, but cannot wait to get into this. I didn't realize that this was such an old show from back in the 70s. That's amazing. Wow. Hard cut.
Vote to attack.
Vote to attack.
Luna 2. An asteroid brought into lunar orbit to provide building materials for the space colonies.
Well, that's awesome.
When we're near Luna 2, you can request permission to enter port under my authority. Commandant Joaquin will handle things from there.
Please get some rest, sir. I'll find those painkillers.
Excuse me, could I possibly get some hot water to warm the milk?
Here you go!
How long before we get to Luna 2?
I love everybody working like this.
Tell me when we're going to get our food rations for the day.
The cart's coming down the hall now.
Sayla!
She's the one that thought she had the red comet. Was her brother?
A member of the Earthborn elite?
Are you being sarcastic?
Can't take a joke, Mr. Bright. Oh.
Okay, Bright's Earthborn.
They're still there.
I think it's just a question of time before they try it again.
What?
Char's next attack.
Char. Char's the red comet, right? Sayla and Char. I'm getting it. I think I'm getting it.
I sent two Zakus. Capture the enemy mobile suit at any cost.
Sir! I requested 3, and this is what I get.
I've already lost
Still
a couple.
don't know the full capability of the Federation's mobile suit.
Or its pilot. Amuro out there doing God's work. Really like that character.
Frau! He's up here in Gundam's cockpit!
Again?
He's gonna have to live there. He's trying to figure this thing out.
Don't let what Bright said bother you.
That's got nothing to do with it. I'm only doing this to protect myself.
Oh, that's the reason?
I don't want to get there and die, yeah.
Why do you think Char's Musai hasn't tried to attack us again, Mr. Bright?
They're probably still uncertain about our ship's capabilities.
Or maybe...
The suit.
It may be a ploy to make us think they're in trouble.
It looks like another ship is approaching Char's Musai.
Reinforcements?
I can't be sure. They'll hook up within 15 minutes.
Is that his ship, a Musai?
What if it's a battlecruiser armed with missiles?
But if they are bringing supplies and weapons to Char's Musai, then it might be the best time for Amuro to attack the ship while their guard's down.
You want me to risk an attack? Operator, how long will it take the enemy to transfer supplies from ship to ship?
If it's just weapons, it'll take 10 minutes.
So that's 25 minutes.
Why don't you ask the captain?
I don't like that tone.
You can run it past him, buddy.
Ms. Mirai, call everyone to the bridge immediately.
Attention, emergency.
Oh, wow, we've got more. I saw the one with the treads. I haven't seen that one, though.
Let's go!
Report to the bridge.
We don't have time to get everyone's opinion. Majority vote will rule.
Vote to attack. Amazing.
Again, understand there's a 50-50 chance. Those of you who are in favor of launching an attack,
A couple of you didn't vote. Yeah, Amuro, you're going to be the one out there.
will attack them. Amuro to Gundam, Rio to the core fighter. Prepare the beam cannons. Get the gun tank ready and put it on standby.
Rio to the core fighter? Was that jet-looking thing we saw? Yep.
Thrust power, 60, 70, 85, 120. Ready for launch.
Nice.
Now, Amuro, we need you to prepare the Gundam for catapult if you can.
Yeah, I think so. Just like in the manual.
He snaps into the feet? That's amazing. How's this going to work, though?
Oh!
Really cool.
Prepare lateral beam cannons. On the double.
We still haven't run this past the captain.
Prepare for fire and support rolls. And whatever you do, don't hit the Gundam or core fighter.
You got a lot of inexperienced people here, ma'am.
The enemy's very close. We've got to hurry.
I can see that shot, thank you. Do you think I'm too slow because I'm getting old and can't sense danger?
Exactly.
Prepare to receive conveyor pipe!
Perfect time to get him.
Why shouldn't we move up when the enemy's in front of us, Amuro?
If we approach from this direction, we'll have poor visibility because we'll be facing the sun. We need to go around.
Nice job, kid. Get around and let them look into the sun.
Huh? There it is. I gotta admit, that's pretty clever for a rookie. Wants to attack with the sun behind us. I should have thought of that.
Smart. Also confuses their numbers. For a few seconds, anyway. They need all the chance and help they can get.
But the density of Minovsky particles is extremely high.
That does seem strange.
Do you think there's an enemy ship nearby?
It's possible.
No, of course not.
There.
He's got like a bazooka. Get some. Oh, it reloads.
Impact in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, don't get the umbilicus.
We have to get the Zaku's to shower immediately!
Fix! Matthew, get ready to leave the ship and man the Zaku's. I'll move out ahead of you in my mobile suit, then we'll rendezvous.
He going out. Frontline fighting. Lead from the front. We're at intermission already. Damn. I'm gonna have to start watching 2 or 3 of these at a clip.
How long do you think it'll take to power up the mega particle cannons?
5 minutes, 20 seconds.
Oh, this will be over in that time.
A third missile approaching. 7, 6, 5.
Yeah, there's the comet.
Incoming! Enemy fighter approaching, sir. Port stern.
Counterattack!
Jeez, oh, Pete's. That took the guy in the dome.
And drop the supplies directly on Luna 2.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm gonna teach you that your mobile suit has its limits, my friend, when it goes up against the red comet.
Let's see what we've got.
Take this!
Oh, the head.
I can beat him!
No, don't get cocky, kid.
He's behind me!
Thrusters.
There!
He was bound to get the upper hand as soon as he figured out his fighting style, which he has none.
Try to hold it off until I'm able to get back there, huh?
I'm not letting you near the ship.
I'm not sure you have a choice.
I promised Bright I'd keep you away. I'll make sure you don't get anywhere near White Base.
Amuro, you're doing amazing stuff, buddy.
The Musai's not attacking us, Mr. Bright.
If they really were transferring supplies, they can't use their mega cannon. And they're probably out of missiles.
How dramatic, Bright. Probably out of missiles.
Ryu, come in. Ryu! Ryu! Ryu!
Comms are down.
He's disconnected the communication circuit.
And we can't hit the enemy.
He has to have a reason for it.
Amateur.
Yeah, he is an amateur, and he's holding his own with you. You got, what are these things? Aren't they swords?
Grab the Zaku's, even if that's all we get. I'll be there. Just hold on. I'm coming.
It's Char! Don't we have some kind of mobile suit tank on board?
It's operated by 2 men.
But this works just like the guns on the white base, doesn't it? We can fire it exactly the same way.
Yeah, these guys are...
We can do it.
Then do it.
Right.
I'll shake you left-handed.
What about freeing up the Zaku's?
The catapult won't work.
Idiots! Use your hands then!
Our hands? Wow. Got torn up and then died in his arms. It looked like, anyway. I was close.
Hi, Hayato! What's taking you so long? Fire the gun tank!
We literally just got here, dude.
Miss Sailor?
Look, this really isn't the time for small talk. White base, touchdown. Launch it now.
Anything that can be another target and potentially a surprise attack from a different angle.
We should proceed another 50 meters, Kai. That'll take us within firing range.
And what do we do if they fire at us, huh?
We die.
I'm firing!
Woo! So the Zaku's are out.
It's the Red Comet!
Yeah, dude. Evasive maneuvering here.
We dumped just about everything. You can retrieve it after you get rid of the enemy.
Yeah, he pulled off one of them. They are swords. That's so cool.
My Zaku and I have fought more battles together than you ever will.
Alrighty.
I'll show you how to destroy this piece of Federation trash with just one simple move, Commander Shah.
Okay.
Idiot, you tried to attack too quickly.
I mean, he is pretty good. Well, he was. See you later, buddy.
Impossible! How can a mobile suit be this strong?
Saturday morning cartoon.
Amuro, retreat! We've destroyed the supply ship. Retreat now! But...
Yeah, get out of there, dude.
The enemy mobile suit. The Pop was destroyed and now Gotham's gone. How could this happen?
Y'all are losing a lot of assets.
I have to face the facts. The Federation's new military weaponry uses more advanced technologies than before.
Yep.
This is Matthew and Fix from inside the Zaku's. Should we pursue the enemy right now?
I would like you to cover the loading of the supplies.
Sir, proceeding immediately.
I love his character. Char's awesome.
Sorry, Mr. Bright. I had the communications disconnected.
Why?
And you, Amuro. You relied too much on your flanking maneuvers.
That's not true. He knew what he was doing.
They call Char the Red Comet for a good reason. You've gone against him twice and seen his moves. You need to work on your combat technique.
And survived with no training.
You know, Ryu, I have a feeling that one of these days I'm gonna end up decking Bright.
Good work.
Well, thank you very much, Haro.
Hey, Amuro, what's that?
I built him. Haro's his name.
I totally forgot about that thing. All right, everybody, we just finished watching Mobile Suit Gundam Season 1, Episode 3, Vote to Attack. And the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everyone, we just watched Vote to Attack, the third episode of the first season of Mobile Suit Gundam. I really, really like this show, friends. Oh my gosh, it just seems so fast. And I mean, I should be used to this type of stuff with Robotech and how quickly it would go by, but damn, I think that next time I'm gonna, maybe when I start editing these two, I'm gonna check and see just how much content we have in this, because we very much like Robotech. We have an intro bumper, an outro bumper, a previously on, we have credits, we've got just a bunch of stuff that's going in here, a long title sequence. Oh boy, it just seems so fast. And I think that's because I'm enjoying it too. a really cool establishment. I've mentioned this before, but it bears repeating. I really like the idea that they lost so many personnel during that initial attack that now on White Base, they are forced to have civilians, certainly people that are not military, taking over these stations and doing so to great effect. Doing so, even the kids that are delivering meals and things of that nature, providing information, comfort. I think that's such an interesting part of all of this because, again, I think it shows the humanity and it shows the possibilities of the show that we're not always going to be just sitting here fighting. You're not going to see Shar and the Red Comet going up against Amuro and the mobile suit. Yes, we're probably going to see quite a bit of that, but at the same time, they have a grander tale to tell. They're going in, much like Robotech did with like Macross City inside the SDF-1. We have the ability to see the other side off of the military aspects, off of the war aspects, and see how these people were working. I'll tell you what it reminds me of. I was watching this one and I realized when I said, where have I seen this before? Where, we've had this devastating attack and we sort of have to go to the civilian population to find replacements for these people. And honestly, yeah, we can say that we've seen something similar to that in Robotech, but I think it's Battlestar Galactica, the reboot from earlier in the aughts, that really did that well and is really reminding me of that. And honestly, I'm curious. I mean, it's not so specific a trope that it could be copied or things like that. But again, certainly Mobile Suit Gundam could have informed the way that they did things on Battlestar Galactica, influenced, inspired, however you want to call it, because this is very similar to that. I think when they lost like Viper pilots and things in Galactica, and they'd have to go out into the civilian fleet and find anybody that had pilot training, come on board, we need you. No matter what it was, they had a very small like gene pool of humanity left, and they had to go around and find replacements. And I thought very similar to that, they're rising to the occasion. Again, I think that more time has passed than what we're actually seeing. Not too much, but just maybe a day or two. And we're seeing the establishment of these new roles on these characters that we don't know very well, but they were established as being non-military, or at the very least not in the same positions of actual like combat military operatives. That is really interesting to me. And again, it's the realism, I think, that bleeds through, that really kind of grounds everything in this show. And I've said it before, and we're watching Avatar: The Last Airbender right now as well. And anytime a show of any kind decides that they are going to show both sides of the story, we're seeing everything that's going on White Base, but we're also seeing everything or most of what's going on with Shar, the Red Comet, all that stuff on the other side. We're seeing the dynamics. We're seeing the interpersonal play out. We're seeing how people stand politically. Where are they in a favorable condition? Using all of those, I want to call them Zokolos because of Babylon 5, but all of those, their mecha, their mobile suits, Shar's going through those. He's requesting them and he's going through them because they never expected to have the Earth Mobile Suit Gundam or White Base's Mobile Suit Gundam to be as strong as it is. And another really realistic aspect of it is when you have somebody who's a veteran in one of these mecha go up against our mobile suit, they are amazed, like, how is this thing taking this much damage? Normally that move would have killed it. Shar said that. The older guy with the big mustache said the same thing. What is going on here? Like, how effing tough are you that I can't even... These were kill shots before, and now I'm barely scratching you. And that's awesome stuff. That's, to me, whenever we get these little slices and additions, and they color in the edges, and they give us another little detail, it speaks of a world that isn't going to be complacent. It speaks of a world that isn't there just to tell you the broad strokes basics and then kind of drill down into the characters as opposed to the world. They're going to do both, and I love that. I mean, take your time. We have a big cast here on Mobile Suit Gundam. There are a lot of representation going across the board, from Mr. Bright to the alien captain, all of the civilians that are working in there, Frau, all of them. And then Amuro, obviously. We're getting new mech pilots. The tank mech is an interesting design. I'm not totally sure I dig it as much as I should, because I'm a little confused as to why, if you were going to make something like that, you would have such a kind of a profile on it as the top half of a Gundam, and then the bottom half of the tank treads. I mean, I understand, you know, a chassis to put the guns on and whatnot. I don't hate it. I'm interested to see exactly how it works going forward. I do like the core fighter. I think that is a very cool. They're bringing in all of their military units that they have. Obviously, the mobile suits, they're number one, but you have to utilize all of these things, and we're starting to see teams built. The one guy goes for, again, one guy. I'm not going to say or try to butcher any names because I'm not ready for that. I will be next time. Thank you all for the list that you provided on Patreon. I'll make sure that I'm ready for that. But, you know, our gunners, they were gunners on board the White Base, and they said, you know, this thing is basically the same tech. If we can figure out how to get it off onto the field, we should be able to use and fire it just like we fired the guns and cannons that we use here on White Base. And again, it says something like, well, why didn't they think about that? I can completely understand why they didn't think about that. They are up against it. They are constantly being attacked, have all of these things they have to do. People are in positions they didn't even know about, you know, a week ago or something like that. So there's so much new that's coming off of this situation, this scenario. Certain things that are maybe obvious to the audience. Why didn't you put a gunning crew in there if that's how it works? You're going to forget about stuff like that. You're going to overlook stuff like that. Or if you do remember, you would think, I don't have time to get into that right now. I have to defend this place. Again, it just speaks of an established story that isn't going by, you know, flying by the seat of its pants. It's got an objective, a track. It has character arcs. It looks like they're starting to build these up. We're going to have interpersonal relationships on both sides. I'm very, very happy with this. Again, when I first watched it, I thought, oh, cool, this reminds me of Robotech. Now, no, it does. There's some things that remind me of Robotech, but this is a story unto itself. It's a story separate, and it's just as compelling initially as when I started Robotech, which is something I was a little concerned about. I thought, you know, am I going to be able to transfer, because Robotech was a decades-long, you know, exploration I never had a chance to actually realize. I was concerned I wouldn't have that same type of engagement if I came into a brand new series. I can throw that out the window. Avatar and Mobile Suit Gundam are incredibly compelling, and so I cannot wait to continue them some more, friends. Oh boy. Again, we voted over on Patreon for these, and the winners, thank you all for picking them, because these fears gone. Stories must continue. If you can do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and allows me to alert you next time it's time for some Saturday morning React-Toons. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. Get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear, dear friends, all that is then and this is now. And now, unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye from this episode of Mobile Suit Gundam. So where should we say goodbye from? A reward for being a dutiful audience and spreading the story of the storytellers. Our reward is to jump back into what we just watched and to say goodbye from a specific scene. And I have a different one for you, friends. I could put us somewhere where we're, you know, flying and fighting and we're in the thick of it and we're heroes. But there are a lot of heroes aboard White Base. And so, friends, I put us where we're most needed, at the food cart, as we move through the civilian population and make sure everybody gets as much information as they need, water they can drink, food they can have, also within the rationed limits, because that's our job too, to make sure not only are we fed today, but tomorrow and the day after. And until those days to come, and we can continue this story, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.